tough has that been for everyone down there?
Good. They all hunkered in and got came through okay. Just some regular, trees down, a little debris, a couple shingles off the roof. But other than that, they're doing all right. True Floridians.
So they wrote it out, huh?
Yeah, wrote it out.
Do you still have a home down there?
Oh, yes, I do. I have a home in Tampa.
Is there some relief knowing that the schedule's set now?
The schedule set?
Yeah, for Vols in Gainesville.
I've never thought that it wasn't going to be. It's just been business as usual.
Have you guys maybe swapped out some read option for some more RPOs? Coach Jones was talking about kind of the prominence of Quentin running the RPOs the other day.
Swapped out what?
Are you running a little bit less read option than you were with last year, and a little bit more RPOs with Quentin?
More or less, we're kind of just doing what the defense gives us. As far as that goes, whether it's a read option or a run pass option, those type of things, we're just taking it, as structurally what the defense gives you.
What can you tell us about this game? I mean, obviously you're not going to come in here and give us the game plan, but what can you say about the Tennessee offense that, just to kind of preview what might happen against Florida?
All I can say is, really in a nutshell, these are the reasons, these are the games you come to Tennessee. It's why you want to be a Tennessee Volunteer, and it's the season has begun, and it just so happens the opener is in Gainesville against Florida Gators. It's why you do it. It's why you come here. It's why you coach here. It's why you play here. Whole deal.
Have you been pleased with what you've seen from some of the younger playmakers? You said at the start of the season you want to see who could play. Have you seen enough guys that can play to give some confidence?
Yeah, and it's still early, and they're continuing to make mistakes, continuing to want to be coached. The greatest part about the first two games is getting them out there and kind of letting them go, see what they got, and then those things, and then getting back to the correction part of it, which is coaching and getting them back in the room and showing them things and getting them to come out each and every week. We go to practice, get a little bit better at those things and making those improvements steadily through the season.
What does Josh Smith mean to this offense? Coach Jones said he could have played last week, so I assume we'll see him in Gainesville.
Yeah, we got him back healthy, and just again, an experienced guy that's played down there before. He's played in all of the SEC arenas. The experience you can't teach, you can't coach. You either have guys that have it or not, and he's one of those guys. So it's good to have him back.
Coach, where did you see Quentin make the most progress in between the first and second game?
First, just more and more, he gets more comfortable with the ownership of the offense, and really, he's got a good, strong sense of what I'm trying to get done as a play caller, and what we're trying to get done with the unit as well. So just to gradually, just more comfortable and settling into the concepts, protection schemes, and all of those things. Just getting more comfortable with it each and every time he gets.
Carlin, how close is Josh Palmer kind of having a breakout game? It looked like I think he only had one catch Saturday, but it seemed like he was really close. Things overthrew him a couple of times. How close is he being like a?
Josh Palmer's one of those guys. As long as he just keeps working and learning, and the game will come to him. The biggest thing with young guys is they want to press, and they start to do things that are not within the structure of what we're trying to get done. Don't press. Just keep learning, keep working, and the game will slow down and come to him. He's going to be fine.
Carlin had a big block on Callaway's touchdown. Is that an opportunity where he could perhaps see some time on third downs, just because he has shown some pass protection prowess there?
Well, that's every guy in our offense has things they got to do to get better at to continue to expand their roles. And as he continues to do things like that and show us through the process and through doing it that he can do those things, his role is going to grow. It's for every young player in our program. He's still a young player as well. He's only in his second year. And the biggest thing about that play, funny you bring it up, is that those are the biggest teachable moments as a coach that you can have. His role directly affected the quarterback, which directly affected the throw and catch, the protection, all that, how it all fits and comes together when everybody's doing their job. So that's what the biggest piece with young kids and a young team is what you want to show, not just the catch for a touchdown, how it all comes together when guys do their job.
Coach, Quentin and Brandon talked in the postgame about a check to a right play that got that touchdown. How much leeway does Quentin Dormady have to be able to check and get you into the right play at the line of scrimmage?
Not a whole lot, but in certain situations, so to speak, there are built-in things that are part of the system, that are part of the offense and what we do. But it starts with recognition, and it starts with the quarterback. So ultimately, he has to see it. He has some help from other guys to recognize what those looks are structurally, and get it communicated, get us in the right formation, get us in the right call, and get the ball off. So there is some built-in for him. into the structure of it. But for the most part, it's kind of controlled from the base and foundation of the offense.
What have you
When
seen
talk
from?
about, when you talked about Carlin, you were talking about that blocker, the pass block on the Callaway touchdown, and then you had that kind of 4-yard run where he sort of lowered the shoulder. And is that power that you've talked about before that he has? I mean, because you don't look at him maybe like a power back when he's just walking around, but you've said before that he kind of loves the weight room and has some strength.
Yeah, and a lot of that is he comes from a program in high school where lifting was a part of the core foundation of what they do. Tyler Bird is a lot that way as well. They come into the program and they got some strength and things behind them. But to learn how to play with that at this level is a different thing too, and it's a maturation process. So those are just signs and flashes of Colin starting to really grow up and mature and develop at this level.
Y'all's defense obviously played a lot of snaps against Georgia Tech, faced a unique scheme against Indiana State. As a play caller, conversely, do you feel like you like where your offense's tempo is at? And obviously, you were having to be kind of cognizant of that 96 snaps in the first game. Do you want to play faster, kind of moving forward? Now that you guys will start facing more traditional opponents on the other side of the football.
I think we'll play to the tempo that dictates us to play to, and that's just the way it's going to be. You can go out and try to always fit a square peg in a round hole, and if it don't fit, it ain't going in there, boys. I don't care how hard you push it or stomp it or bang it, it ain't going in. So we're going to do what we need to do with our personnel that best fits and gives us a chance to win.
Coach, what do you think of the matchup with former Miami coaches going up against each other and you versus Randy Shannon?
I'll tell you what, man, we're just football coaches, and just so happen on the schedule we pass cross. But I promise you, we're very competitive. All of us are, and everybody wants to win.
Circling back to the tempo, do you like the tempo though that you guys are playing at?
Do I like the tempo
Yeah.
we're playing at? I like the fact that we're scoring some points and getting some first downs. Now, how that changes and goes as we continue to move on, we'll see.
What have you seen from Florida's defense?
Speed, physicality, speed, typical of a Florida SEC defense. It's big boy ball, and it's time to play ball.
Having some DBs that they have, does that change up Quentin's game this week?
Some DBs, what about them?
Just man coverage, they're going to be a little bit more aggressive than DBs you probably faced in the first 2 games.
We got some pretty aggressive DBs here when we play man coverage, They're the Florida Gators. We're Tennessee Volunteers. It's SEC football. Let's go play. Put it down. Let's play ball.
Were you and Shannon ever colleagues at Miami, or were you there at different times?
We're there at different times, but we know each other. He coached my brother and was my brother's coordinator when he played there and all those things, so we know each other.